what's my take on HIV and how to cure HIV as a healer from a natural standpoint? Well, first of all, I must say there's no such thing as curing. It's only balance. All right. Even though people say I cured myself from my cancer, of course I don't have it anymore. But at the same time, I brought myself back to balance. If I was to throw my body out of balance for a certain period of time, emotionally and physically, then another illness. Energy doesn't die; it only transforms. Let's be clear about that. All right. So you're only bringing your body in. It's only your body's in balance or out of balance. That's that. The question about specifically this word they created, HIV or AIDS. Well, it's interesting, not to get off subject, but mostly everybody who dies, they don't even die from HIV, the HIV or AIDS. They usually die from lymphoma, which is a form of cancer. My take on healing people and understanding what this is and dealing with many, many cases, I would say it's all cancer. Either your body's mutating, it's in balance, or it's not. So it's either in balance or it's not in balance. Um, a mutation is a mutation. It's just the person's perspective who's making up the words who's saying what it is. But my take would be they're all cancers. All right, even mine. Mine was a cancer. I had leukemia. Mine was a cancer. But before it was called this, it was a cancer. It was just another stage of a cancer. Instead of so my take on HIV is, first of all, HIV is HIV is a metabolic disease. I've seen it over and over again. Um, what I mean by metabolic disease is everybody who can come down, because everybody cannot catch HIV. Let's be clear. And it's a reason why everybody can't. Now, the medical people make up their own reason. This is why, blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to tell you, there's been plenty of research on microbial profile and how your genital or vaginal microbiota plays a significant role in host or your protection whenever you're having sex from contracting different things. And through my experience, I've seen plenty of people who come to me. All of them have stomach issues, so they already have a gut issue with their gut microbes. Every last one of them have stomach problems. I haven't seen one who has HIV and especially not AIDS without a stomach issue because their microbia is all thrown out of whack. So number one, fix the gut microbiome. Um, Real probiotics, not no damn milk and some other shit. Some lactic acid, not lactic bacteria. No, you need real microbes from wild yeast, wild things out of nature. That's what you need. Um, real, real ancient bacteria, not modern hybridized. All right, so that's number one. There's been plenty of research on this stating that because there's something called microbial exchange during sex. It's one of the highest microbial exchange. Whoever you having sex with, that McDonald's and all that, then that's what they nutting you, or that's what you giving them. You know what I mean? It's a microbial. What do you have in your body that you're exchanging with your partner? Um, that's number one. They don't talk in this language amongst us, but amongst their research, they talk in this language. All right. So it's a microbial profile. That's why everybody cannot catch certain things. It's not that they're better or worse. It's just they have certain ancient bacteria in them that don't even play that when these little play little viruses come about. All right. Number two, what I mean by it's a metabolic disease is everybody who I've seen come to me. Metabolic means you have three or more chronic that have been deemed chronic illnesses. All right. So just about all of them are diabetic or pre-diabetic. So that's off the top. They have stomach issues, some kind of chronic stomach issue. They have some kind of diabetic issue, with their blood sugar and something else that would classify a metabolic, whether it's high blood pressure, whether it's something else chronic, high cholesterol, some three things they deem chronic. That's a metabolic disease. Diabetes is a metabolic disease in itself. You can't be, so that means you have three classified illnesses in order to even be able to catch these things. All right. The body has mutated already in three different ways And that's what leaves you susceptible to this thing they're classifying as HIV. Let's be clear about that. So everybody like I've seen who've come to me, HIV is metabolic. They have major microbial issues. They don't watch what the fuck they put in their mouth. Um, and we have to change that around. So those are the two main things. Now, as far as diabetes, we can go even further down the rabbit hole because diabetes is even, I know this is a little off subject, but diabetes is even um, a metabolic disease, and also it deals with microbial, the microbiome. That's why a lot of people talk about FMTs and fecal microbial transplants and all this stuff here because they're dealing with the microbes. You put a healthy person microbes in you, and all of a sudden, all this stuff goes away. You know, if you start putting the right things in your mouth and you take care of yourself and you change your alchemy, then you don't need these things as well. But I'm just showing examples of how the microbial do everything. There's no separation between the two. So those are the two main things from HIV that I would suggest, and also bitters. So bitters usually always stimulate insulin. You take care. So to answer your question on HIV, you take care of the three. You take care of take care of your metabolic illnesses, the other illnesses around the HIV, and all of a sudden the HIV magically disappears, or they so-called claim your numbers are so low. And but it's basically the same thing I'm saying. You either in balance or you're not in balance. That's that.